Now I want to look at body materials, in other words, what they're actually made of. The general body is usually made of high impact plastic, carbon fibre and other composite materials, and also they use aluminium and replacing sheet metal in all parts of the external body. So generally it's looking at aluminium now and composite materials. Now plastic is used in modern construction and crumples or shatters instead of bending. And this now makes it hard to find a sufficient purchase point for leverage. So that's the problem, it's hard to find a purchase point for leverage when you're using these with these bodies. Now composite materials like carbon fibre can be difficult to cut, and you must remember that its dust particles and combustion byproducts are hazardous. Yeah, carbon fibre, airborne, hazardous. So consider breathing apparatus if you're going to be cutting and working around these areas with these particles. Don't inhale them. You may also find high and ultra high strength alloys which are used to reinforce the roof and the pillar structures. Again, these add significant strength to the vehicle, making it safer but harder for the emergency services to gain entry. They're the sort of materials you use. What about the glass used in modern construction? Well, the glass used is normally tempered glass, but it's sometimes replaced in side and rear windows by a laminated glass or sometimes rigid plastics, which unlike tempered glass are highly resistant to breaking in the traditional sense of the word. So they're very hard to break. And this results in difficult access to any casualties in the vehicle. So you may find it more difficult to break this to gain entry. Yeah? Batteries. Be aware of the batteries, where they're located, and these can be located at various places around a vehicle, with the most common one being in the engine compartment. As you can see, that's the most common one. However, they can be located in other areas, as you can see here, such as in the wheel arch wells, and you can also find them under the passenger seats. Some vehicles have them in the boot, and obviously, as we said, typically you'll find them under the bonnet. Now, some good news though is that some manufacturers install a device that automatically disconnects the battery following a collision. So if you're lucky, the battery could be disconnected immediately, because normally the fire brigade, one of the first things they're going to be doing is disconnecting the batteries. However, following a collision, a lot of these disconnect themselves now, as you can see there. Now that covers the issue of new car technology, which in general has made vehicles much safer, but also much harder to gain access for the emergency services in an accident.